Hey there, and welcome to Real Brides. This is the podcast where we sit down with recently married brides to talk all things wedding, with real advice from brides who have been there, done that, and want to help you do it better.
I'm Rosana with Shotwell Productions, New Jersey's highest rated photography and videography company.
Let's dive in. Hello, everyone. We've got Jessica and we've got Dave. They got married in December of 2019 at Lambertville Station. This is a second marriage for both of them. Now we want to talk about the details of your wedding, because I know that you had mentioned that normally when you have a bigger wedding, a lot of venues will offer like a day of coordinator or a planner that help you with a lot of things. But you had mentioned that because your wedding was so small and intimate, they didn't offer that to you. So how did you compensate to get everything done on your wedding day?
Well, I say one of the advantages of being involved in the arts, which I've been for most of my life, is that you meet a lot of different people who have a lot of different side hustles. And in my case, some friends of mine, there were a couple, Enrique and AJ, they had their own party planning business.
Ooh.
So I went to them, I'd seen the work that they'd done, whether it was for a bar mitzvah or a bridal shower or whatever. They would also do all of their own baking, if they needed, the white floral cupcakes and everything, they did it all.
Wow.
So I told them what I was looking for, that I needed somebody to run point that day to basically set up the reception room, the ceremony area, and just to run point on those little logistics, make sure that we had, enough drinks for the toast and just things like that, because I didn't want to have to be running everywhere.
Not that day.
And I was also going to need a few things like flowers, centerpieces, the cake, and basically I got everything bundled into one. Like the one husband, he was the one who did the boutonnieres and the centerpieces and everything, and the other one was the baker. So I
You
basically
just need the candlestick maker.
yeah, I basically I got everything all in one.
Yeah, and they did a great job. They helped us out. Even a couple of custom features that we had. Obviously, we had some centerpieces made up. We had the designs of floral things, and when it came to our wedding cake, we had to take some special considerations when we had our cake done. My wife is allergic to dairy, so she can't have dairy, which breaks my heart.
My heart too. No.
But when we did it, we wanted to have something that obviously each of us can enjoy. I love like yellow cake with fresh strawberries and bananas with whipped cream topping. Classic combination. I love it. My wife likes devil's food cake. She likes just naked devil's food cake, right? That's kind of her thing.
Chocolate, berries, things like that.
Exactly. So we were able to get a wedding cake that was literally made for both of us, split down the middle vertically. So one half, like rather than two separate tiers of different cakes, it was the same cake split right down the middle. Half of it for my tastes and half of it for Jessica's.
Wow. See, it all works out. You just got to like grow your talent pool. And it's awesome to know such wildly talented people too.
Even our officiant was one of the Rennies.
Yep.
Who was, certified to perform weddings. And Russ and his wife, Rachel, are two of our favorite Rennies. They're this great couple. They have two little ones. They live in Annandale, Hunterdon County. Wow. And Russ also works in IT for Amazon Web Services. So he and Dave, can talk shop and everything. And so I said, I've got the perfect officiant.
Yeah. And it was great because he, like you said, Russ has done, I mean, he goes out to Pensick every year with his family. They do the fair circuit, and they're just really, really good people. And it's nice to have those resources handy for this, like to bring in, like obviously it's nice to have a venue where everything can be done for you and you do everything in one place and everything kind of under one bill. That's great. But it doesn't you don't have to do it that way. There's room for creativity, especially if you reach out to enough people and you have a big enough circle. People have talents that you don't even realize. And sometimes when you ask them to help you out on some certain things, it allows them to kind of let those side talents shine. And they certainly did for us.
I also feel like, one of the biggest life lessons that you're supposed to learn in this life is like asking for help, which is also the hardest thing to do, right? You're just like, no, I'm an adult. I can do this. but it's nice also to have friends that are very talented, and you can ask them and incorporate them into your wedding as well in a meaningful way.
You have no idea how much I've been trying to drill that lesson through to my children lately. You have no idea.
They're still young. They haven't
asking
they haven't even worked through their 20s.
Asking for help is a learned skill. It is not something that happens naturally. You have to practice.
Yes.
And oh my God, I tell that to them all the time because I'm very much I'm a hands-off kind of guy, right? I am a sink or swim, stand or fall based on your own merits and your own efforts.
Yeah.
If you need help, don't assume I'm just going to take over because I have no idea what you got going on. I have my own stuff to worry about. If you need help, ask. And it's a very simple thing, but it's so difficult. It can be frustratingly difficult to enact.
It's humbling. It's very humbling.
It is because asking means I don't know what I'm doing. Like you have to be willing to admit to yourself, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm pretty good at that. I'm good at knowing when I don't know what I'm doing. And I like asking people that are smarter than me on a given topic that know what they're doing to help me because I don't.
I feel like that's what YouTube is built on. Like I only use YouTube to find instructional videos on doing things that I'm like, I think I could do this, but I don't know what I'm doing.
I wouldn't have taken the last 7 years to rebuild a Jeep Wrangler if I didn't have YouTube because I'm a certified YouTube mechanic at this point. I'd never worked on cars in my life. And I just watch a lot of videos, learn a lot of stuff, hurt myself in various ways that she gets mad at me about. But yeah, you have to reach out and you have to ask for help. Use your resources.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. As we're kind of bringing this podcast to a close, you guys have shared so much good information. So I really appreciate you guys coming on my podcast and to talk about that. And it's so good to see you guys' faces. We will be talking with you guys again, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Rose.
This is it for this episode of Real Brides. If you found something helpful, make sure to follow, subscribe, or share it with someone who is planning their I do. We have new episodes every week packed with more real talk from real brides. No filters, just facts. Thanks for listening and happy planning.